Welcome back to Rekt Radio, the only place you'll find a roadmap through the crypto cosmos. I'm Sunny, and folks, the market is a sleeping giant right now. All the pieces are being moved into place for a truly historic awakening.
And I'm Cole, here to tell you that it's not a sleeping giant. It's a patient predator, lying perfectly still, waiting for the most optimistic people to wander just a little too close before it pounces. Let's get into it.
Pouncing with opportunity, Cole. And the biggest opportunity isn't even about price today. It's about the convergence of the two most powerful technologies on the planet, artificial intelligence and Bitcoin. We just saw a proposed deal for AI cloud company CoreWeave to buy the Bitcoin mining giant Core Scientific. This is it. This is the synergy we've been waiting for.
Oh, hang on a second, Sonny. You see synergy, I see a corporate raid disguised as a tech revolution. Let's be honest, CoreWeave is an AI company. What do AI companies need more than anything else in the world? Power and land. And what does a massive, formerly bankrupt Bitcoin miner have? Power agreements and land. This isn't a vote of confidence in Bitcoin, it's an energy grab. They're buying the restaurant for the kitchen, not because they love the food.
But you're missing the elegance of it. They don't have to choose. They can use the infrastructure to power AI workloads when demand is high, and then switch to mining Bitcoin when it's not. It makes the entire operation more efficient and profitable. It validates the entire thesis that Bitcoin mining is the ultimate energy sink and stabilizer for power grids. It's a beautiful symbiotic relationship.
It's a hostile takeover of the network security layer. You're talking about a future where the hash rate, the very thing that secures the entire Bitcoin network, could be switched off at a moment's notice because some AI model needs to process more cat pictures. This doesn't strengthen Bitcoin, it makes it subservient to the whims of the AI industry. It turns our decentralized finance network into a side hustle for a handful of powerful tech companies.
It's called evolution, Cole. It brings in billions of dollars in infrastructure and talent. And speaking of money pouring in, let's talk about the ETFs. Forget the day-to-day price chop, look at the trend. The Bitcoin ETFs have seen inflows on 16 out of the last 17 trading days. That is a tidal wave of institutional conviction, and it is relentless.
Wait, let me jump in here. You call it a tidal wave, I call a leaky faucet. Sure, money is dripping in, but look at the impact it's having. None. The price is stuck in the mud. And while you're celebrating these new Wall Street products, let's check in on the original Bitcoin bull, MicroStrategy. Their stock just took another hit. How's that for conviction? The poster child for the corporate Bitcoin strategy is showing cracks in the foundation.
It's a 2% dip, Cole. You're pointing at a single cracked paving stone and ignoring the skyscraper being built next to it. MicroStrategy is a leveraged bet on a single stock. The ETFs are a diversified global flood of capital from the biggest players in the world. One is a speedboat, the other is an aircraft carrier. The fact that the market is absorbing billions of dollars in ETF buys without going parabolic is the most bullish sign imaginable. It shows how deep and mature this market has become.
Mature? Sonny, it's comatose. This isn't maturity, it's apathy. The market is so quiet right now that the volatility is hovering near all-time lows. And every serious analyst will tell you the same thing. A quiet market is a dangerous market. It's the calm before the storm. All this supposedly world-changing news from the AI sector and ETFs comes out, and the needle doesn't even move. That's not a sign of strength. It's a sign of absolute, total exhaustion.
Exactly. And another thing, the weak hands have been shaken out. The tourists are gone. Who's left? The builders, like CoreWeave, and the long-term accumulators, like the institutions buying every single ETF share they can get their hands on. This isn't exhaustion, it's the construction of a massive launchpad. The lower the volatility, the more powerful the eventual breakout will be. You can't have a massive move up without a period of quiet consolidation.
You're ignoring the writing on the wall. The big money has also taken over the futures market. CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, has officially flipped Binance for BTC futures open interest. The Wall Street sharks are now running the casino. They thrive on these low volatility environments because they use them to build massive positions to dump on retail the moment things turn. This quiet isn't a launch pad, it's a trap being set.
It's the adults entering the room, Cole. It means more stability, more regulation, and bigger products. But let's not guess. Let's look at the cold, hard math. Let's pull up the technicals on TradingView.
Ah, my favorite part of the show, where Sonny tells us the one chapter of the book he liked and pretends it's the whole story.
The story is clear for anyone who wants to read it. The moving averages, which measure the foundational long-term trend, are still signaling a strong buy. It's not ambiguous, it's a clear signal that the underlying power of this market is building, completely ignoring the short-term noise you're so obsessed with.
You and your lagging indicators. It's incredible. You're trying to drive by looking in the rearview mirror. Did you bother to look at the gauges right in front of your face? The oscillators, which measure real-time momentum, are screaming neutral. The buyers are out of gas. The engine is sputtering.
But Cole, you're missing the point. That's the perfect setup. A strong underlying trend combined with cooled-off momentum means we are a coiled spring. The market has built a powerful base and is just waiting for the next catalyst. All the speculative froth is gone, and what's left is pure institutional demand.
It's a textbook bearish divergence, Sonny. The trend is telling us where we were, but the momentum is telling us where we are now. And right now, we are stalled. The overall summary, which looks at everything, is neutral for a reason. The market is giving us a massive warning sign that all this good news isn't enough to push prices higher. The energy is gone, and a fall is far more likely than a rally.
Believing in a strong buy signal when the engine has stalled is how you end up holding the bag.
That's all for this episode of Rekt Radio. We'll be back to see that coiled spring finally release in a way that will change the market forever.
Stay bullish.
And we'll be back to see if that stalled engine simply rolled backward off a cliff. Stay skeptical out there. You've been listening to Rekt Radio.